Hello Grifters, and welcome back to some more Griftlands. We are in the perk update here. Update number 15 perks is out. I did cover it on the stream, which I know it's not on YouTube, by the way. Sometimes when I stream, I feel like YouTube is more my enemy than they're my friend, really. So I'm trying to get it up on YouTube. It might be when you see this video, it might not be. Otherwise, you can check it out on the Twitch channel, and it should be viewable there for the time being anyway. With that out of the way, let's talk about the new stuff. In that stream, I played a run and it ended in the same stream. So I have already now, for the first time in this, so the whole thing is this new. You have new grifts, which are like achievements. You gotta complete these grifts in quotation marks throughout various runs, in order to then get points that you can spend on perks. So here is my grift screen, I suppose. There is all kinds of different stuff in here. We have cards that are unlocked. Oh, interesting. And people unlocked. What does that mean? Met. Receive boon and bane. Oh, you can track all kinds of stuff in here. I love that. And we can see which crafts I have found and tried out. Soulcraft, Rootcraft, and other crafts. Smith is not in the game yet, but will soon be. And then Grift is the real one here. So here's this is the achievement screen, and I can't scroll up or down. This is the whole thing. But basically, like, I beat Ewanway, I beat Sparky. Win 50 battles is a perk. You can see here on the left then that it gives you 1 perk point when you have gotten the win 10 battles. And when we win 50 battles, I get, I suppose, another 2 points probably. And then up to a total of 5 points when we have won 250 battles throughout. And so, with these points collected in here, you spend them on perk points in this screen here. Points come in 5 different tiers. In order to unlock various tiers, you need to unlock perks in the upper tiers. So, like for tier 3, we need to unlock 6 tier 2 perks to enable this tier down here. And I believe I can do that right now. I have 3 points available. Oh, so I can precisely not afford it. Too bad. We only have 3 more points. Is that right? Too bad. Huh. I miscalculated that then. No worries. So we will just... Basically, I've unlocked the innate connection, perfect shape. And so you don't get all of these perks at the start of a run. You need to unlock perk slots, which I have already unlocked all 3. So we can enable 3 points, 3 perks out of this list here in the next run that we play. And we're gonna use perks from here on out, of course, just to try them out. And I can unlock one more thing. Benefits 2. At the start of the game, 2 random people will like you. Here we have Animal Bond. Eating food also restores the health of your pet. Gourmet. Eating heals 8 bonus health, and drinking restores 6 extra resolve. And then over here, Resolute gain more maximum resolve. And that might be a nice thing to unlock. Now I only have 1 more point, so I can't get up to 6 unlocks up here. But that'll be fine. We'll do that after this current run here. So we are going to play another Sal run. Sal Derek. I promised we would do another full story. I only done the full story with her once, and so I thought we would do it again. And so this screen has also been changed. The prestige levels has been changed. You might have noticed that I was trying to go to prestige level 15 before, and the new system goes only to 6, which is the level that I got to Sal with before the update. So now we have everything unlocked. And we can enable all the prestige levels, which means that the game is now significantly harder. I've went through the list in the stream already, so I won't go through it again here, but you can of course pause the screen. Suffice to say, the game gets a whole lot harder with everything unlocked, which is nice, because before that stream I had never lost a game of Griftlands. Now I cannot say that anymore. Another little thing has been changed, which is this button down here. We can now have mutators. Like it just gives us a different screen, and mutators can you can no longer unlock new prestige levels when you have mutators enabled. But we already have all prestige levels enabled, so we could just enable some mutators. But I'm not going to do that in this run. I kind of want to try out the perks, like in a closed environment. just once at least, and then next full run we will do some mutators on. But in here, now we can select 3 perks, and we have the 2 different tiers. Tier 2 seems to be generally better. There's this one up here, Researcher. Gain 10 shields every time you see an item. You use an item card with a charge, which I quite like. 10 shields. This is just a money generator for a run, which is really, really cool. Then in tier 2 we find what? At the start of each day, a random person that likes you will love you instead. Or alert, draw 2 additional cards at the start of every battle and negotiation. That's a really, really strong thing. Fatigue starts 2 turns later than normal. This is a really, really strong ability too. Makes you able to get more XP on your cards and extend battles further. Well, if you can extend battles further, you can continue to get XP on your cards, which is really, really cool. But I thought we would go for the maximum health. Maximum health gets lowered now by the prestige up here. And resolve, by the way, by 20%. So I was playing Rook in the stream, and he already gets lower stats. So I felt like we were really, really low. I'm sure that Sal will be a little bit better equipped for the brawling, but I will still get that perk for her. So, with that out of the way, the battle deck and the negotiation decks, they are the same, but there's a lot of other new content in the game.
Back down from a challenge. You enter the Grog and Dog, shrugging off the weird sense of déjà vu that hits you. First thing is to find your old friend Fish, who might have a lead on where to find Cascio.
And so we are back in the Grog and Dog. And I'm gonna do the not the voice acting, we can't call it voice acting, but the reading out the story at least one more time. I did it twice for Rook, and I'm gonna do it twice for Sal. We'll try to try out some different story options in this one here. I won't do it for every full run, but just one more time at least, so I feel like we've covered it in depth. So here we go. The Grog and Dog has its charm. The patterns look lively and the floorboards creak with it like a well-fed toad. There you are. I started to think you might have gotten mugged before you even made it through the door. Your faith moved me, Fish. But I do feel ready for a fight, like my blood is pumping, you know. Should serve him well against Casio. First breath of fresh air in 10 years and you get straight to the point. But you won't get nowhere without making some friends. Get your bearings and maybe tomorrow we can talk about Casio. Let me give you something. People leave the damnedest things at these behind in the bar. And so this you don't get this in the first run, but in the second full run you do. Fish will give you a little something every time you start over, which is kind of interesting. I don't see the same mechanic with Rook, so I'm not sure if there's a reason why. Rook does got something on the first run already, so maybe that's the difference. We can get rocket compression gear, increase max health by 8 and resolve by 2, or boombox. We get a shrapnel grenade and a spark grenade, which these will generate me money now. They both have destroy after 1 use, so it's not a big deal. Like, it's gonna be 20 extra shields. Can I see my perks on the screen? Yes, the perks are up here. Researcher, gain 10 shields every time you use an item card with a charge. And so that's these green cards, obviously, and they only have 1 use each. I don't think they will help with the early game, but I always like to go for the long game strat. And here we have Slapdash Surgery at a Battlecraft slot. Now, that would be my immediate go-to in most cases. We can see our graft slots up here. And Sol comes with fewer graft slots than Rook does as a base. And then Prestige level has reduced that even further. So only 2 of each is pretty low, and we would have to spend money to get that. We can get one for free then, which is like 150 shields, I think, worth. And I already took the max health for the perk, so I think we are gonna get the Slapdash Surgery. Alright, and then ask about, is there anything here that I really care about? No, it's fine. Ask about Havaria. Do we know about Havaria? That's the name of the town. It's been a while since I was here. Help me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Havaria. That's true. It's dirty and broken, like always. If theft brokering was bad when you were a kid, it's worse now. Half the population is indentured, and them that hold the contracts sell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs was so uptight on my way back in. Must be a lot of fraud. That ain't the half of it. The Admiralty is pushing for an official annex. They want to make everyone real Deltrian citizens, with papers and everything. In Havaria? You're joking. They say it'll stop illegal debt brokering. Now anyone with a hand in labor contracts is real ornery. From the poor to the powerful. You can imagine the reaction. I can. So, that brings up a good point. Last time we sided with the renegades, the bad guys, the good guys, maybe if that's your point of perspective, but the bandits, the brigands. This time we will side with the Admiralty throughout the main story. So, get working, fish. I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Sandrano, Arlo, T. They're easy people to find. Tell them I sent you and they can settle their tabs by giving you work. Get that done and I'll get you a plate of popped Oshnu eyes in the house. Bless your warty high, fish. I'll hold you to that. So, one thing to note is I quite like playing Sal just because they both get like a bartender, both her and Rook, but Sal's bartender is super cool, like Fish here, and she's just so helpful and welcoming. I feel like at home at the Grog and Dog. When I play Rook, I don't feel at home at all, and it speaks to Rook's personality quite well. No one likes him really, not really. Everyone likes Sal. Anyway, we get a choice of 3 different quests at the start, so let's have a look here. Early retirement. Aloe is hoping to get Veep fired so her friend can take over. Aloe just needs your help making it happen. That's a negotiation, giving us restoration of health or resolve. That's not really super interesting. Bounty hunt. The Admiralty has issued a bounty on Rono. There's a 25 shields bonus if you bring her in alive. What is this? Get a card. Bounty hunter. I've never seen that before. Incept one wanted. And what does that do? This is a negotiation card that is unique. This is new. We incept this argument wanted. When destroyed, the owner loses 6 to 9 resolve and gains 1 impatience. Wanted is an argument with 2 resolve. Owner's intents and arguments, so then they get impatience, which we know. That's kind of interesting. So you get to do you still have to do 2 damage to this argument. So then it does 6 to 9 resolve damage to their core argument. So it's doing 4 to 7 damage. But you might get negotiation cards that do area attacks and attacks both core argument and the wanted bounty, which I find really interesting as a concept. That's really, really cool. Alright. So there's a lot to play for here. Secret shopper, what do you offer? T has a package ready at the Slurping Snail, but can't pick it up. That sounds really boring. Alright, we are doing the thing up here. The bounty hunt. And we get stopped on the way. You find a Jake sitting by the side of the road. He is visibly injured. He gets up painfully as you approach. Grifter, I have an offer for you. I'm listening. I've got here a package deal. 3 units of the finest improvised weaponry this side of the Grout Bog. They really pack a punch, I can tell you that from experience. Okay. We can offer to buy it. We can ask about each injuries. Ask for a better price. A better price than what? Take the items by force. Okay. He will hate me for that. And then we can decline the other. We can buy the RPGs. Ah, here they are. Okay. 3 RPGs. Not the best. I mean, it's a really good item. Can't deny it. So, and we do want this because it'll make me money when I use them. So that's actually really nice. I kind of want to take it by force, to be honest. But the lifter archetype is really, really tough, and we are the lowest level possible right now. We are on our way to another battle, by the way. So Let's ask about his injuries. Are you alright? You don't look alright. I'm fine. Let's say these items were hard to come by. Oh, you know what? I bet you if I take the items by force, then he's already wounded. Oh, and someone hates me already. Oh, Cassio hates me, huh? And Fish likes me. Alright. Offer to buy some of the weapons. I don't need that many. How much for just one? Sorry, I gotta move all of these. You have to take them as a package. Yeah, well, I will then. Take them as a package. You know what? I think I'll just take them all. For free. Really? Really? I'm so tired of this trick. And now he hates me. All items lose one use when added to your deck. Oh no, see, that's really bad. But I'm gonna kill him then, obviously. And he is indeed wounded. That's nice. Okay. Alright. So, I mean, we want to keep the fight going to get XP usually. So let me start the fight by not taking damage. And then he gets me exposed. This guy always does. So now we might just punch him in his stupid face. Because now I gain less defense. At the end of the turn, reduce exposed by 1, but he gave me 2 stacks. And he's gonna give me a stack again here? No. But then he does a thing on turn 3. I'm gonna fight dirty though. And I think we will take gain 1 power. Well, it's gonna be a shorter fight. I don't think that'll be worth it. Mud Tusser. The thing is, this one costs an action on its own. So I would attack 1 less time. I think actually it works out because he gets this stroke skin. So when we attack him, he gains 2 defense. So the second attack would do less damage anyway. Let's just do more damage on the first attack that goes in. Go for the stab, it does more potential damage, and there you go. So that hurt, I won't lie. And we won't be able to take him down here. We only get a maximum of 6 defense here. I'm gonna go for that. Oh, he's gonna give me exposed again here. But now he should do another thing. No, he keeps attacking. Damn. Here we can apply to bleed, which is quite nice. I'm gonna do at least 1 stab this turn. 6 damage. Okay, can I kill him? Or knock him out? No. I cannot. So it's either the Saber Grip here, which does 2, which is soaked, and then 2 bleed, which is 3 damage. And the elbow would only do a total of 2 damage. So the sword staggers will do more. It's not enough, so we will defend. I hope to take him out next turn. He's bleeding for 1, and then he's got 9, and he's not attacking this turn, so we will not be taking any more hits. That's good. Now we just want to get some XP on our cars. This was a really rough fight, but it's gonna be a good reward, I guess. Hopefully worth it. Let us apply some wounds then for the next round. Oh, and he did 8 defense. Oh no. Oh, he's not attacking. Okay, so we're good. We're good. And I'm not getting XP anymore anyway, so let's just hammer him. Fight dirty. Should have done this first then. Alright, another power. Oh! And he... oh god. No! Oh, okay, we can't power through. Yeah, we only do need to do the bleeding in here actually, then he gives up. Just hammer it home to be on the safe side, and we are gonna kill him because he already hates me, so we might get another guy who hates me then. But, I mean, trade 1 hater for another, maybe? Lifter Claw is a decent item, I guess. Alright, that was pretty rough, I won't lie. But we can recover from that. The other battles on day 1 shouldn't be too hard. And now we get a card and the bazookas, so we'll do okay, I hope. Defensive Surge. Gain 2 defense, increased by 2 for each card played this turn. That's quite nice, the Defensive Surge. Scatter is discard. Do we want to do discard combo? I don't know. If this card was improvised, double the damage until the end of turn. It's usually good to get some defensive cards early on. And one of the update big changes is that both of the playable characters has had a new assortment of defensive cards added to their roster. So we should probably see some new cards throughout this run that will help with defense. But I'm getting this one anyway. This one was not new. 3 RPGs, each with 2 uses, means also 60 money. So I think that was really worth it. As you're gathering up the loot, a group of Rise gets to drop on you. Uh-oh. Hold it right there, Grifter. That's the rightful property of the Rise. Uh-oh. What are you doing in Murder? Aren't you a little far from home? Those weapons were stolen by Idlit. We followed his trail here. We're headed back to the bog as soon as we've recovered our property. Okay. So Idlit stole this stuff? The weapons were in transit to Grout Bog to help us in our struggle against the Baron oppressors. This Jake took them right out of the docks and ran with them. Dang it. She would like me if I gave it to him. Let's try to... Okay, she's not that tough in Resolve. Oh, and she's alone. It says here that it was like a group of Bog, like Rise, isn't that right? A group of Rise gets to drop on you, but there's only one person in the fight. And I really want to keep fighting, I guess. No, let's scare off. It's just that my resolve is pretty low too, but we'll make it work. You saw what I did to get these. Do you really want to push me? Let's find out whether or not she does. So we're taking no damage in the first turn. Then we should get maybe influence online here. It's always a good idea. Improvise a card. No, I want to set the influence up. That maximizes the damage from these fast talks, which is quite nice. And then we deal more damage with hostility cards, right. So we should attack with hostility instead. Yeah, we will. What is this one up here? Propaganda. I will allow her to give me 1 propaganda. So let's open with a threaten here. Then get a composure to take no damage. And I guess we do that again. Maybe we don't. No, we want to get the XP. But it lowers the intimidation here. We get another one. Two stacks for each card. Okay, good. Alright. So we definitely want to use the propaganda, always. There's no hostility cards in my hand anyway. We're taking 4 up here, which means I'm taking 1 on the core, which is not a big deal, honestly. Here, we are going to get the fast talk prepped, so that it deals the most damage. Then I'm going to take out the propaganda now. And then I will do a deflection and protect the influence over here. Yeah. Do it. Oh, we still have actions. Huh. Right. So then we might build more dominance. I don't know. There's probably not a benefit to that. Oh, I should have built dominance since we already had it. We would have lost it. Not sure why we got that. Oh, we have the killer. Do we have the killer already? Yeah, we do. Huh. Interesting. So we would have lost it anyway. Never mind then. Here's the thing that gives us true actions if we can take it out, which we can for free. So I guess we're doing that. It doesn't seem like it matters a whole lot, but we gain XP on the card for it, so that's quite nice. And we'll defend here. And then we will do 3 damage. I feel like we're about to draw a bad hand. Yeah, 2 intimidates. Okay. And I cannot defend unless we get something out of the quick thinking. Yeah, 1 flustered will save us. No. Incept vulnerability. How are we doing? 9 here now. Oh, we can do the observation, which does 4 damage. And then 2 from in here. Yeah, 2, so 6. It's not quite enough, and we will take, what, 2 on the core? Or Incept Flustered, which will lower their damage output by 1. Taking 1 on the core. I'm gonna do the 4. And, oh, maybe I should have gone for the attitude first. No, we are getting the intimidates now, I guess. Right. Might as well do the attitude though. Doesn't matter either way. We lose the influence and we lose the dominance. Another propaganda. Actually, it will help us, I think. Good. Yeah, we can finish it this turn. Like we've got that in one card. Just every time I play a non-hostility card, we lose. Oh, and again, I'm fatigued, so we're not getting XP anymore. Then let's just finish it. All good. 2 resolve damage taken is fine. Huh. What do we have here? There's the invective, which is great. Gain 1 heated, which is it puts up an argument that does 1 damage every turn, and then so it increases by 1 every turn. So it does 1, 2, then 3, then 4. Or we could go with Rod Remark. We evoke this one by playing 3 hostility cards in a turn, which is going to be pretty tricky with our current deck. But I mean, we can build towards it, and I would like to do an evoke deck. I think we did that in the previous Sal run as well, and it is just so good. And I don't particularly like the good impression. So let's get the invective. A Rod Remark is easy to trigger, and we need these later, but this one is common and this one is uncommon, so if we want this one at all, we should get it now. We will see the other one again, I'm sure. Rise, away, she says, and the rise scatter rather than than fall to your blades. My scary level 1 blades. Sure. So we gained stuff. We gained both XP in battle and negotiation, and we gained 3 bazookas, which will also trigger the research trait. Fantastic start. Alright, let's go for that bounty hunt now, and hope that we can do that with 34 HP. Proprietor Leisha here will allow me to buy cards. You know what, I didn't check whether or not we could have bought anything at the tavern, which I think we can always check. And always should check. Relationship discount, which is quite nice. For food, I'm not going to buy the food. Hopefully we won't need it. We should buy the brain gills. Always buy the brain gills on day 1 if they are available. There you go. Should have done that before, and we already wasted a little bit of time by not getting it earlier on. Too bad. Sondrano chose his career based off the assumption that desk jockeys get the best desk jockeys? Don't know what that means. Well met traveler. Opportunity bounty hunt. I hear you're looking for hunters. Always. There's never been a shortage of bounties in Havaria. Sandrano appraises you, paying careful attention to the knives in your belt. Seems like you might be a good fit for one target in particular. What did they do? Honestly, I don't even know. I just have a list to clear. Bring them in dead or alive. I'll pay more for alive if you can manage it, but I'm not picky. Okay. We can do alive, I'm sure. Oh, we get a card immediately. Lovely. Okay, what did we get before? We got defensive search. Right, so we want to play more cards in the turn if possible. Tricky. The spare blades is a fun thing to play around with. If we can get it working. We have one thing that can give us discards, which is the Fight Dirty can give us a card that, but that's not reliable. We could go for more discard. Discard is pretty powerful in Cell. Until we get it working, it'll do nothing though, and it takes some time to get it online. When we upgrade it, it also gains us defense or 2 blade flashes. We could try to do an entire blade flash deck. That would be kind of cool. I've never really made it work. The other one here, both are playing into combo, and combo is not my favorite combo in Griftlands, I'll be honest. So I think we're gonna go for these spare blades. It's kind of like concentration in Rook, actually, and I quite like playing concentration decks with Rook, so it's kind of interesting that I don't like the combo playstyle for Sal, but I just don't really, not sure why. We'll get the spare blades with the anticipation of hopefully making a discard deck here. So where's the person supposed to be? That's supposed to be your job, isn't it? According to the dossier, their known associates are of Pluck and Brill. I'd start by talking to one of them and see what you can scare up. Aye aye, Sarge. That ain't my rank. But your enthusiasm is noted. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze in one more engagement. Bounty hunt up here and bounty hunt up here. Dive in. Brill. You wouldn't want Brill's job, but then neither does Brill. Neither you. Kanasateshu? I don't know, this line, Kanasateshu, it always sticks in my mind, like, when I talk, like, I don't talk to myself, but when I walk around the house, like, if anything reminds me of Griftlands, this particular voice line, which it's complete nonsense, but it's just very catchy. Whatever. Hey pal, you wouldn't happen to know where I might find Rono, would you? Rono? No idea. I don't even know her. And if I did, she would have told me to keep my mouth shut. And if she didn't, I would know enough to not talk. You sure? You seem kind of scared of her. Considering she's something you never met and all. So the interesting thing here is, I think, with the dialogue that we just got, I think Brill is actually the one we need to talk to, which means that we should go and talk to the other character first, hoping to get nothing out of him or her, but through a negotiation or a fight, so that we get to do both and then get more XP. Between the fuel stains and the fire in her eyes, it's easier to see a bit of yourself in Pluck. Another day in the feud, eh? Hey pal, you wouldn't have to know where I might find Rono, would you? I don't know who you're talking about, so stop asking. Pluck is clearly hiding something. Oh, this is a fight. Guaranteed. Interesting. So then I'm doing the other one, because I really wanted to do a negotiation here, because we are gonna have a fight coming up after. Back and forth. It's okay to do a bit of scouting here, I think. Convince Brill to talk. Look, I'm a hunter, alright? You tell me where Rono is, and I take her in. Then you have nothing to be scared of. Oh, yeah? And what if you fail, huh? Then Rono will be extraordinary. I mean, or so I think. I don't know her personally. Sure. Okay. Gains 2 composure whenever Sal creates a new argument, so we should avoid doing that. Alright. Here's the invective that we cannot play. Could we? No. We would need to play 3 hostility cards in a single turn, and we could do 1 right now, and 2 with the attitude in here. So none of that yet. We will defend. Should we get brain gills on that? No. Then we will attack. This I will do the brain gills on. 30. And then we will deploy an argument. Except we won't, I guess. Right, we will put the attitude into the deck in hoping to play 3 hostility cards in a different turn. I think that's actually, I didn't really think of that until I did it. But there you go, I think that's actually pretty good. We get another dominance over here, which gives her 2 composure. Dang it. Lucky bastard. And you did what? Suspicion plus. Diplomacy cards deal -2 damage with a minimum of 1. Reduce suspicion by 1 at the beginning of Bill's turn. Alright, so we definitely don't want to attack with hostility right now. Let's do this one here. We give her... no, sorry. I always say invulnerability. It's vulnerability. Consideration applies 2 composure to 2 random friendly arguments. But this argument over here disappears before this damage occurs. And so the damage will go directly onto the Sal's core argument, which is something you gotta understand with the killer, because normally that doesn't happen with dominance. It's only because the killer gets discarded before they attack, and then this immediately gets removed. So, with that in mind, consideration is not the way to go. Vulnerability would be, though. That's a good card. Makes them take more damage from all instances of damage. So now this one is almost guaranteed to remove the suspicion plus. Good. And then we can fast talk. No, we should defend. Here. Deflection. And we have a suspicion still up. Or vulnerability. And look at that. We can do attitude and another attitude in the same turn. Which means, you guessed it. Now the question is what order to do this in though. Because when I play attitudes, only for the first attitude I play would she gain composure. So I'm gonna do it, I think. So now we deploy the dominance, she gains 2 composure. We do it again. We gain another dominance, but no composure was triggered on the defensive here. Perfect. Then threaten, and that triggers the invective. Perfect. And then we do composure. So that could not have played out better. And now we have the heated argument, which will continue to grow. It dealt 1 damage this turn. Next turn it'll do 2 damage. Now we want to defend it, obviously. So composure over here. Good. I'll do a quick thinking here. And we can incept some more vulnerability. It's not a bad idea. Now I'm thinking that maybe I don't want to do the vulnerability first though, because I'm about to end the fight pretty quickly here, which I didn't want to do. We want to keep it going a bit. I could also attack this Bone Tired here to make her lose 9 resolve in 1 fell swoop. But we're going to save that for another turn. Because now we can finish her by just dealing 3 damage. Not quite now with the composure up here, so we're dealing 4 over here anyway. Interesting that it went to 4. Oh, but that's because of the vulnerability. They combo off of each other. Very cool. And our damage goes before hers. So as long as we can make this finish her, then we win this round and won't lose the heated. But maybe I don't care. Let's see. When this one gets taken out, it overspills with 1 damage into the 8 plus 3, so down to 10, and then 9 more, so she would go down to 1. So if I could not attack, I would extend it to yet another turn. And I can get away with that, so I will. Try to get some more XP going. It's kind of bad if we get the... fatigue next turn here, because then... Oh, and I didn't really think that through, I suppose. I really thought it would keep us going. It's fine. Oh, but she takes 9 damage from her own argument, and it would be modified by the vulnerability as well. So she took 10, and then she didn't go to 1, she went to 0. Alright. Oppress would give us another hostility card to play, and that's great. White Lie. Add a copy of this card to your discards when drawn. Incept 1 doubt and replenish. Interesting. White Lie. When drawn and set 1 doubt, you don't even have to do anything, and then... What? This is so good. We can get more of it by just playing it, but if we don't play it, we just still get the thing. Interesting, and it replenishes. Wow, I gotta take that. That's too good. I was actually thinking about that just recently. Like, there's no other than like item cards, or status cards. It's really hard to get cards that replenish in Griftlands. And now we just got a card. Lo and behold, an ability card or a skill card or whatever you want to call them, that has replenish. Fascinating. All right. What do you want? Look, you want to spend your life living in fear? Or do you want to seize the day and make something happen? Tell me where to go and I make your problem go away. You could really do that? I guess you're a hunter. I guess that's what people pay you for. Alright, I'll show you, but you gotta do the job right. Bill marks your map in a hurry, then turns away as if you've never even spoke. Done. And so... yeah, we don't get to do the other one too, that's what I thought. Alright, but that will be the first episode of this run. I hope we can go the distance in this one. So yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for some more Griftlands coming soon. See you then guys, and bye bye.